stop, reindeer paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas.
Hi, good morning. Welcome back to online classes. Today is your English class. And in the last class we completed the first reading A of Selfish Giant. That means part 1 of Selfish Giant. On the basis of that part, there are some questions given in the test book. 4 questions are given. You have to write the answers and send to me. Let us see what are these questions. First question: what are the major characters in the play? So in the first part we found the important characters. What are they? We can say old giant, young giant. Old giant, young giant. Children. When we say about children, we can say tall girl, short boy, square girl, graceful girl, round boy, like that. Then snow and frost, north winds, hail. These are the other characters. The major characters are giant, that means old giant, young giant, and children. Okay. Now the second question: why do you think children have been named as tall girl, round boy, square girl, etc.? Why do you think children have been named as tall girl, round boy, square girl, etc.? So this is to show that means we can say the answer like this. I think the children have been named as tall girl, round boy, square girl, etc. to show that the children are from different families and different children, not from the same family. The children are from different families and they are friends, to show that the writer gave this name. Third question: who are the two giants in the play? Who are the two giants in the play? Answer: actually there are no two giants. There is only one giant. The giant's young age and old age is shown with two giants. We see two giants in the play, but these two giants are one only. One is his young age and the other is his old age. Then fourth one: how can you say that the giant is selfish? How can you say that the giant is selfish? Already we discussed a sentence, a dialogue he said. He continuously say that dialogue. From that we can understand the giant is selfish. What is that dialogue? My garden is my own garden. I will allow no one else to play in it. I myself will play in it. Like that. So these question answers you write and send to me. Second question you can add there. The writer uses these terms to select the children for playing this drama on the stage. What type of children should be selected? For that also this explanation helps. Now the selfish giant, second part 2. And in the last part we found the giant's garden. The giant's garden visited by north wind, hail, frost, and snow. They danced about through the trees around the year. That means other seasons did not come into his garden. Only winter season came into his garden. That was the situation when we saw the play in the last part. Now second part begins with the old giants talking to the audience. He is giving some explanations. He was saying, one morning I was lying awake in bed. Now the giant himself cannot go into the garden and play because of the cool climate. He was lying awake. Lying awake means he rose from the sleep but was lying. He did not get up from the bed. Such a situation called lying awake. He was lying there with open eyes. Now he is not sleeping. That's meaning lying awake. In bed, when I heard some lovely music. So when I was lying on bed awake, I heard some lovely music. It sounded so sweet that I thought it must be the king's musicians passing by. Because the road is near to his garden, so the king's musicians are passing nearby and they are making this good music. That was the first thought he had. But it was really only a little linnet bird singing outside my window. It was not the music played by the musicians, but it was the singing of a small linnet bird outside his window. A small linnet bird. That means a bird came into his garden. A bird came near to his window. And from the window, this bird was singing, and that singing was so sweet. So sweet means so attractive, so beautiful. So beautiful music it was. That's the meaning of it. It was so long since I had heard a bird sing in my garden. It was so long since I had heard a bird sing in my garden. That means for a long time, very long time, a pretty long time, in my garden there was no singing of birds. Birds had gone away. They were not coming because there is no spring here. That it seemed to me to be the most beautiful music in the world. So the giant felt that the music or the singing of this bird, the linnet bird, is the most beautiful music in the world. He felt it so. After a pretty long time, he heard such a music in his garden. So he felt that really it is the most beautiful singing, most beautiful music in the world. Like that he felt. He continues, the hail has stopped dancing over my head. The hail has stopped dancing over my head. That means in the last part we read, the hail came and rattled on his cattle over the plains. Now the hail has stopped dancing, now the sound is not coming. Rattling sound is not coming. And the north wind has ceased its roaring. North wind also is not there. North wind has ceased its roaring. A delicious smell is coming from the window. A delicious smell. A smell that is so beautiful, so attractive, so touching, is coming from the window. I believe the spring has come at last. I believe the spring has come at last. So these are the signs of the spring that came into his garden. He believed so. Because usually the birds sing in the spring season only. And the beautiful smell, delicious smell, that also is the result of the spring season. So he believed that spring has come at last. The giant was lying in his bed. Now The giant jumps out of bed and looks out. Suddenly he jumps out of the bed and goes to the window and look out whether spring came or not. Through a little hole in the wall, the children have crept in. He had made a wall around the garden, and on this wall somewhere there was a hole, and through that hole the children have crept in. Children have come inside and are sitting in the branches of the trees. What were they doing? They were sitting in the branches of the trees. They came inside and they went to the trees. They climbed on the trees. What trees are there? Peach trees are there. They climbed on the peach trees. Old giant says, in every tree I could see a little child. In every tree, how many trees are there? 12 trees are there. In every tree I could see a little child. The trees were so glad to have the children back again. The trees were so happy. The trees were so happy to have the children back again that they had covered themselves with the blossoms. Suddenly, these trees have blossomed, that means produced flowers, and were waving their arms gently above the children's heads. The trees were waving their hands gently, arms gently above the children's heads. The birds were flying about and twittering with delight. The birds were flying around the garden and twittering. Twittering means the birds make some kinds of sound as if they are talking each other. Like that they make a sound. It's twittering. The birds were flying about, means flying around and twittering with delight. And the flowers were looking up through the green grass and laughing. The flowers were looking up through the green grass and laughing. Flowers also came out. They were looking up through the green grass. That means the frost had gone and the flowers were laughing. It was a lovely scene. It was a lovely scene. Yeah. Only in one corner it was still winter. Only in one corner it was still winter. That means in that corner only winter remained and winter did not go. There is frost, there is fog, there is everything. It was the farthest corner of the garden. Farthest corner to the last corner of the garden. And in it was standing a little boy. There a little boy was standing. He was so small that he could not reach up to the branches of the tree. He wanted to climb up the tree, but he was so small that he could not climb up the tree. And he was wandering all around it. What was the little boy doing? The little boy was moving around the tree, walking around the tree, looking for a lower branch to climb and catch and climb up. And he was not able to climb. He was wandering all around it, crying bitterly. The child was crying bitterly. Why? It was not able to climb up. The poor tree was still quite covered with frost and snow. The poor tree now also still quite totally covered with frost and snow. And the north wind was blowing and roaring above it. North wind was roaring and blowing above this tree, single tree. That means wherever, in whatever trees children are sitting, although in those trees frost not there, snow not there, north wind not there, hail not there, But this only tree has north wind, frost, snow, and everything. Because in this tree only a child is not there. The small child which wanted to climb up is not able to climb up. He is crying and walking around the tree. Climb up, little boy, said the tree. Climb up, little boy, ekkara. Like that, the tree said. The tree said to the little boy. And it bent its branches down as low as it could. As low as it could. అంటే సాధ్యమైనంత కిందకి ఈ ట్రీ తన బ్రాంచెస్ ని వంగ్య. But the little boy was too tiny. The little boy was too small. It was then that my heart melted. It was then that my heart melted. Whose heart melted? The giant's heart melted. The giant was so selfish. The giant was so cruel. And now seeing that, giant's heart melted. The tree also is trying to help the small child. The small child was so nice child. It was crying. By seeing the crying of the child, the tree says, means lowering its branches maximum and say, climb up, little boy, climb up. And he was not able to climb up, he was trying. Then the heart of the giant melted. So this page you read now today. Today you read this page and also write the 4 question answers given here from the first part and send to me. Okay? Thank you.